All right, so we are live. It's saying it's getting ready to go live now. Yeah, it's on the screen. So we are live. We are live. We're live. We're live. We're live. And so what we're
Hey.
going to do now is have some fun. I'm Alan Younger. I'm the director of the Small Business Center. And Jasmine froze. Did she freeze on your screen, Tamika?
She did.
Okay, well,
Uh-oh.
we'll figure that out.
Okay.
But anyway, so I'm Alan Younger. Welcome to Spotlight on Small Business. Almost every week, I have the opportunity to introduce you to some wonderful folks. And we're gonna have a great day today. So the first person I want to introduce you to is Tamika Wells. Many of you may know Tamika. Some of you don't know Tamika. What you need to know is that Tamika is awesome, and she's going to tell you about some of that. One of the things that I'm going to mention is that her business, which is called Honeybee Grocery Delivery, is the Community Business of the Month for March 2021. Every month, the Small Business Center partners with 5 other organizations. And I got to do it on my fingers, make sure I get them right, to me, because it's late in the afternoon, I forget stuff. But NAACP, the Chronicle, the Winston-Salem Black Chamber of Commerce, Triad Minority and Women Business Expo, and the Urban League. We've got some great partners. A lot of things we do. If you hang out with the Small Business Center enough, you'll realize that a lot of the things we do in partnership with others.
Mhm.
And so since March 2018, that's 3 years. Since then, we've been identifying different businesses that are in our community that you may or may not know about. And we help to promote them, not just for that month, but forever. So Tamika, I've known Tamika for some time now, and I've always thought the business that she had is great. So now I'm formally in a role to promote her even more than I normally would. So we want you to learn more about her. If you look at the screen, she's got the website. It's honeybeegrocerydelivery.com. I had to lean forward because when you get to a certain age, some things just don't pop out like they used to, right?
I'm
But
not
it's
gonna
all
lie.
good. So, and we've got some other guests who are going to join us in a minute. But right now, it's all about you, Tamika. So, what I want you to do is talk a little bit about your business and talk a little bit about the Community Business of the Month, the Small Business Center, or whatever you want to talk about.
All right. Well, I'll just say that Honeybee Grocery Delivery is a division of Honeybee Delivery LLC. Our heart and our passion is to restore excellent service to our communities. And to give people meaningful employment, because we know that when people have meaningful, fulfilling jobs, they do an excellent job. They go above and beyond. So there's some cool upcoming things with that I'll get into later. But
Awesome. Awesome.
currently, we run on the app Dumpling. We're app based, so you can download the app off of that website and put in your grocery list, and someone very happy and joyful will shop for you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, one of the things that you said, I want to jump all over.
Okay.
You said the phrase excellent service, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So, Jasmine is going to rejoin us in a minute, but she and I were just talking about some experiences that we've had where the service has not been excellent. But let me just say, you didn't know this. I just got an email today, and I'm going to make an announcement. I don't know if anybody else knows it, but you know what? I'm going to just make the announcement. Many of you know that we partner with, what's up, Jazz? We partner with Hustle, Winston-Salem, and Flywheel to offer marketing outside the box every Wednesday.
Love it.
The theme for April will probably be announced tomorrow in Marketing Outside the Box. So y'all didn't hear it from me, but the theme is there's a thin line between customer service and marketing. So what you're saying, Tamika, is when you provide that excellent service, you're marketing yourself. And unfortunately, Jasmine, like we were just talking about before we went live, sometimes people don't provide excellent service and they're not marketing themselves well. So since I mentioned Jasmine and Jasmine's back with us, did your computer die or something? You just had to get to a phone or something? Whatever. Things happen and we adjust, right? You're on mute, but hook that up. So let me just brag about Jasmine a little bit. So if y'all don't know, I surround myself with excellence. I try my best to be excellent, but what I do know I do is surround myself with people who are excellent. And Jasmine is one of those people. Jasmine, how long we known each other?
Some
That
years,
long. That long.
at least 12.
It's been a long time. So Jasmine, she's one of my bosses. I don't mind saying I got a lot of bosses. See, I'm on this board and Jasmine is the chair. And that means Jasmine has the right to tell me what things I need to do. I need to focus on. I need to answer to. And I'm cool with that because she's not going to say anything crazy. Jasmine, among other things, and we'll get into some other things, she is the chair of the Entrepreneurial Advisory Board, which was formed last year. And as a result, or the purpose of us forming was to support African American and Latinx businesses in Forsyth County. And we provided $229,000 in grants that were announced last December. That's exciting stuff. Another cool thing I'm gonna tell you about Jasmine. And Jasmine, you need to adjust yourself or your screen or whatever so we can get that book bag in the shot. Because I'm trying to get that book bag in the shot. Jasmine is the creator, the founder, the organizer of Blackonomics. Blackonomics started last year and will continue on April 3rd. And she's gonna tell you a little bit more about that because there's a lot of good businesses who need the support from the community in order for them to reach out to more people. So she's going to tell you a little bit about Blackonomics. She's going to also talk about her nonprofit called Thirsty Inc. I don't know if you're still focusing on that because there's only one of you, right?
It's only one.
So Jasmine, I'm so happy that you're with us. Let's talk a little bit about who you are and what you're up to and how we can connect with you.
Okay. My name is Jasmine Stover. I am I tell everybody I'm dope. I'm a creator. I'm not big on titles, but I do believe in uplifting our community and providing resources and opportunities for youth and small businesses within Winston-Salem. So in a nutshell, that's who I am. I am founder of Thirsty Incorporated, which is a nonprofit that mentors youth and young adults ages 12 to 22. We provide them with workshops that's based on adulthood or life skills. So financial literacy, public speaking, what else? Tutoring, sewing, gardening, anything that you can think of that you need as an adult. We give workshops to teenagers to help them prepare for adulthood. Outside of that, as Alan already stated, I am CEO of Blackonomics, which is a vendors fair that happens every first Saturday of the month. And now we have expanded with the Winston-Salem Urban League, and we will be doing the Blackonomics North Side every third Saturday of the month.
What?
So
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Exclusive information.
I'm really not surprised because that's what great people do. They do great things.
Yes.
To benefit other people so they can be great.
Yes. We can all be great.
So for those who've not heard of Blackonomics, tell them how it started, why it started, right? And then also when it will resume.
Great. So I love COVID. I hate the fact that, some are going without. I hate the fact that so many are dying. But I can honestly say when the world stopped, I appreciated it. I appreciated staying in the house. At first, I appreciated Zoom calls until my life got overloaded with Zoom calls. But
if they were all like this, though, we wouldn't mind, right?
I wouldn't care.
But they're not all like this.
No.
I have to have some of this in my life, though. Otherwise, I can't get through those others. But this is probably my fourth Zoom call today, maybe fifth. And I didn't love all of them as much as I love this one. But anyway, go back to what you were saying about Blackonomics.
So the one thing that I absolutely love about the pandemic or COVID-19 is that it brought a highlight to Black lives. We finally decided that Black Lives Matter. We finally decided that we're supposed to circulate Black dollars. We finally decided that to do this, we had to support our culture, our friends, and our family. So 4th of July, 2020, we decided, and I say we as the United States of America, Black people in the United States of America, decided that we were going to black out the economy, that we were going to make a statement and show how important we are in this world. And the challenge was not to buy from a culture outside of yours. So in that, I don't believe in telling people what to do and not giving them resources. I guess that's the CEO side of me, whatever. If you're going to set a goal, you have to make sure that you provide people with the opportunities to actually achieve this goal. So in doing that, I put together a vendors fair of 25 Black vendors for the 4th of July. Mr. Bill helped me out and brought his sound. Gabby Oglesby helped me out and was the DJ. Marva Reed helped me out and got the place. And together we just made this big celebration. We had dance, we had music, we had an acting, Royal Curtain Drama Guild, which I also serve on the board.
Stephanie Hurt.
They performed. And my favorite is a Black males panel that we did to highlight the fact that our Black males are really good fathers. They're really good brothers. They're really great sons. They are entrepreneurs. They are motivators. They are mentors. They are teachers. They are preachers. They are everything.
Making me stick my chest out a little bit.
Go ahead, stick it on out. But a lot of times,
and I'm glad you clarified that, because so often what you hear is the opposite of that.
Mhm.
Here's what we're not doing well, but I like how you took the approach of, let's talk about what we are doing well.
Mhm.
And I agree. And our young men need to see that. Our young men need to have an example of what a real man is. I'm sorry to say, but there's not a lot of fathers in the houses, or not a lot of young men that have male figures that they can learn from. And I think as long as we do our part in explaining Black men and giving Black men a platform to be as great as they are, our younger Black men will learn what it is to, I mean, we keep saying chivalry is dead, but if we teach our younger generation chivalry, it can't die, you know?
So let me
But
jump
we
in.
have to do our part to make sure that our future is brighter than our present, I guess you could say.
That's right. So that's outstanding. And let me mention for people, put it on your calendar that on April 3rd, there will be the next Blackonomics event, and you are invited.
1415 14th Street. We'll be there from 12 noon until 4 o'clock, right
Awesome.
beside Hooper's Funeral Home.
So hopefully you know where that is. If you don't, look it up.
And we're still looking for vendors.
Yeah.
So if they want opportunities, my Urban Leads internet went out, so it booted me out. So all the work that I did with my name and my website is gone. But blackonomics.life is our website.
I'll put it on there while you're talking. I'll just put it on there real quick. I can rename it. So while I'm doing that, and we got more to talk about, while we're doing that, one of the questions that I want to pose to you, Tamika, is there are a lot of people who are watching who haven't started their business yet.
Oh.
Or maybe they've started it, but they're not fully engaged in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you well enough to know that you've surrounded yourself with some good resources that have helped you to blow up, you know, that help you to expand how you do what you do. And while you're doing it, you're continuing to get better at it. You're committed to continuous improvement.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
As opposed to what Jasmine and I were talking about, how some people look at you like they're doing you a favor by you spending your money with them. So we're not going to talk a whole lot about that, but we're going to talk about businesses that work the way that they're supposed to and how you engage in other resources. Give some examples of some of those successes.
I have a list here. because I went through my North Carolina Small Business Network history, and I've taken over 50 courses, and most of them online. And thankfully for COVID, I've had access to Brunswick County, Guilford County, Alamance County, resources in the network in the state of North Carolina. I have taken sales and use taxes from Brunswick County. I have taken amplify your business, your Instagram, Facebook with Chisa Penix Brown. So I don't know how many hours or what degree that will qualify for, but I stayed in these courses when the business wasn't busy. So always growing, always accessing information. I'm a part of the Louisville Clemens Chamber. I'm a part of TBD Referral Group, who's been my business family, and so has the chamber. I'm a part of Leadership Louisville Clemens right now. We're graduating in June. I try to stay connected with the community. Hustle Winston-Salem, they had their course, marketing.
Let me do that. I'll remove the other one.
No problem.
Sorry about that. So Jasmine's computer now works.
See, look at that action. Look at that Superwoman action. That back girl. You just did that. That's what I love. Like, hold up, wait. The computer's acting up. Where's my phone? I got you.
I got on the phone and then I got my internet off my phone and came back to my computer.
Ooh,
There we go. There we go.
And you can see the economics in the back.
That's right. That's right.
I love it. I love it. And so Hustle Winston-Salem, before we had the shutdown in February, they had the Love Doctor, which helped you revive your business when you go through that business cycle. I was in the honeymoon phase at that time. And then the pandemic hit and I needed a love doctor. I needed a mentor and coaches to talk to get me through the business, because it was rough. You give excellent service, but not everybody understood the dollar value behind what you do. Things slowed down after George Floyd. And phase 2 opened. So we don't know which factor that was as to why a certain whole community of 300K earning income families stopped ordering. But those are the honest challenges that I had to face. And thankfully there was the Winston-Salem Restart Tile program that I was able to benefit from. Candy Villano told me about the Facebook Black Business grant. I was able to get that at the end of the year for $5,000 plus $1,500 in Facebook ad credits. Hustle Winston-Salem, Magali Yacinth reached out to me in July, right when things were getting really, really tight, and asked me, how is it going as a solopreneur? She always listened. And they cut me a check for $500 from something that was given to them. They didn't have to. And I know you're on the board for that, Alan. So thank you so much. They could have, they gave us free Zoom meetings. They gave us, they were going to get laptops coming through, but we know how it is with the supply chain right now. But those are the things that just make me love Winston-Salem. And like I said, at the Restart Winston-Salem interview, I've lived in Connecticut. I've lived in Orlando, Florida. I've lived in Alamance County, Guilford County, and Forsyth County. And the place to have my business and to be in the middle of a pandemic is Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Forsyth County it takes a village to raise and sustain a business, and I'm just happy to be here.
Wow, thank you so much. And if she was talking a little fast and you didn't get all those resources, just watch this video again, because like she said, there are so many resources, and she didn't even say them all. She just said the ones that came to her mind. She didn't know I was going to ask her that question. There are so many resources that are available to help you to be successful in business. And so every day I get an email or a phone call from someone who's trying to start a business, or maybe they're already in business and they don't know where to turn. And unfortunately, there's not one place where we can say, always go here or always go there. But wherever you go, ask questions. Find out, how did you make it? Because I'm challenged, I'm struggling. People want to help me. There are some people that may not want to, but most people have an abundance mentality. They don't feel like well, if that person is successful, then that takes away from my opportunities to be successful. We have a great community here. And a lot of people believe that if that person is successful, that's going to be good for me. Mm-hmm. They're going to have more customers, and some of their customers are going to be interested in what I do. So go ahead, jump in there.
And I just want to say blessings and favor to those when they met me in January 2020 and they believed in me and supported me. Actually, Deetra Miller of Louisville Clemens met me in December when I was still doing Instacart and encouraged me to come to the chamber meeting. Blessings to those. There have been those who had the opportunities to redo my logo and my name. They missed that opportunity. They had that opportunity to help me with my website. They missed that opportunity. They had no idea that I would be in all these articles of the Community Business a Month. And I understand that a lot of people come through and talk, but now that you do see what Jasmine's doing, what I'm doing, what other entrepreneurs are doing, please get in on the bottom level now, because we're about to blow up.
You better believe it. You better believe it. And I'm glad to say I've seen so many who, when I first met them, they were shy. They didn't know which way to turn. They weren't real confident about what they were doing. And then they worked, and then they learned, and then they connected with other people. And now you can't tell them anything because they're doing great. They're doing great. And I'm so excited. So people often ask me, why do you enjoy your job so much? Well, watch the video, because there's a bunch of videos just like this with other people who are having enormous success. And success can be defined in a lot of different ways, but they're all having success. Sometimes that success means they just enjoy getting up in the morning. Sometimes that success means they make a lot of money. Sometimes that success means they connected other people to each other. Mm-hmm. But I get to interact with all of them. And you know what? I'll tell you, there's not enough hours in the day for me to interact with all of them in the way that I want to interact with them. That's how many people are out there who are doing well and looking for the next opportunity to do even better. So let me come to you, Jasmine. Let me have us shift gears a little bit, and let's talk about the Entrepreneurial Advisory Board, because a lot of people have never heard of it, because we're not done. I mentioned what we did last year, but there's more to come. What comes to your mind that you want to share with everybody about the Entrepreneurial Advisory
Board? So outside of the money, the experience is amazing. And kind of piggyback off of your job, Alan, I remember my mother introduced me to Alan, and I started going to these small business center workshops. And life happened. I got a job, maybe 5, but whatever. We ain't even gonna talk about that. But time wasn't as flexible as it was in the beginning. However, I remember when I was going to these workshops and panels as a guest and learning, and now sitting as a chair on an advisory board is absolutely a blessing. Mm-hmm. Not only am I a chair over Alan, I'm just want to y'all to kind of see what this looks like. I'm also a chair over Bill McLean, Brenda Diz. I can name so many names. I'm not going to go through them all because I'll get in trouble. But the point is intergenerational. Mm-hmm. And it's an opportunity to come together and be innovative, because you can't be innovative if you don't know what happened and if you don't know what to expect. So putting this intergenerational advisory board together, not only does it allow you to market different, it allows you to target differently. It allows you to teach differently. It allows you to think of resources that are not giving, because you have people from all walks of life. So that's the first thing that I think about when it comes to advisory board. The second thing is, he might get mad at me too, but I'm gonna say this: Don Flo and Bill McLean.
They're not gonna get mad at you. You're speaking truth. They better not.
Don Flo and Bill McLean came together in the middle of a pandemic. When people think that it's racism everywhere, when people think that black and white people can't stand each other, one black person and one white person came together to collect over $1 million to give to black and Latino-esque companies. in a time where I think it was at the time 40% of Black businesses had just shut down due to COVID.
Yeah.
So, in that, not only do you see this intergenerational thing, you see this interracial thing, and now we're giving money from people that has experience in the business world to people that needs help in the business world. So this intertwine of opportunities, resources, innovation defines Winston-Salem to me. And that's what I think of when I think about the advisory board. When I think about the grant, it's so much more than the money. It is the
That's
opportunity,
right.
it
That's
is
right.
the advancement, and it is the innovation in this
I'm,
wonderful city of arts and innovation.
that's right. Jasmine, so Tamika, you see why we elected her as our chair, right? She
Yes.
knows what she's talking about, right? So, and I'm also glad that she, the money gets people's attention, but like Jasmine said, it's not just about the money. It's about people understanding, like you were talking about, Tamika, the resources that are out there, but also it takes innovation to get to the next level. If we just do something the way that it's always been done, we might not get very far. We have to constantly look at ways to be better. So here's what the Entrepreneurial Advisory Board wants to do. We're going to continue to promote those 21 businesses that received a grant. However, we also want to prepare the next 21 or whatever number that it is, because we're going to do this again. When Jasmine mentioned that we raised over $1 million, we have a commitment from those funders to have grant money distributed to the African American and Latinx community over the next 5 years. So people will be given an opportunity to apply again for this grant. They don't have to say, well, man, I didn't get it, and be mad. They can say, I didn't get it. What do I need to do to prepare myself so that I can get the next one?
Would you say there's a class for that? Did you say there's a class for that?
As a matter of fact,
P&L statements.
Oh yeah. We've got a bunch of stuff, and we're going to be announcing stuff
fiscal
moving forward.
year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So,
and that is a big thing. A lot of Black businesses, we don't complete our taxes. We don't know what a profit and loss statement is. And I love the advisory board because they don't look at me like I'm dumb when I say, well, people might not know what a profit and loss statement is, and it's really an eye opener to
disparity,
see the necessities of business. And I know that entrepreneurship is a trend right now, but it is very important that when you start your business for real. Get your LLCs, get you some some insurance, trademark your logo or your company. Like, do the things that are required and necessary so that when it's time to get this funding, you have the things that you need in order to get it.
So thank you so much. So what Jasmine is describing is that it's not just about giving away money once a year. It's ongoing technical assistance. It's ongoing promotion. It's ongoing awareness of different things that need to happen. So one of the things that we're going to be doing is, like you said, Tamika, some of these workshops are already happening. These educational opportunities already exist. That's why they invited me to be on the board, because they know that the Small Business Center has some resources and can create, engage more resources. So, for example, we had last fall, we had a grant writing series. Unfortunately, not enough people participated in it of the applicants. There were people who participated in it, but not enough of the African American and Latinx people who ended up applying participated in it. So guess what? We offered it again this spring.
Good.
So some people participated in that. Guess what? We're going to offer it again this summer.
Good.
Guess what? We're going to offer it again in the fall, because we want people to be prepared. In addition to the actual educational events, we have a team of business mentors at the Small Business Center and in other organizations throughout the community. We want people to engage with them to help them to work on different aspects of their businesses, whether it's financial management or grant writing or marketing or whatever it is, so that when they apply for different grants or when they seek other opportunities, they'll be much more likely to be successful. So let me come back to you, Tamika. You mentioned the Louisville Clemens Chamber. And I'm glad that I've been a member of the Louisville Clemens Chamber for 5 years or so, maybe 6.
Mhm.
And you mentioned Deetra Miller. Deetra Miller is the president of the Louisville Clemens Chamber. She's doing a lot of great work to help everyone to be successful. You know, they started a podcast where they're doing different interviews with different business owners who
I
are
was on
members
that
of the chamber.
podcast.
Were you on that too?
Yes.
Some of them are the board members, and they also in their weekly email, and sometimes they send more than one, but they're just chock full of resources.
Mhm. So are yours.
Well, thank you for saying that. We try to meet the needs in the
Mhm.
market.
Yeah.
And so when there are those people who say, where do I go for help? There's 2 examples right there. And there's so many others that we could talk about, that there are a lot of resources. You mentioned a Facebook group that you're a part of, and I've been invited to a couple of different Facebook groups, and some of them are specifically related to small business. Sometimes it's small Black businesses or Black small businesses, whichever is the right way to say that. But there are people who are connecting with each other because they are committed to each other's success. We need more of that spirit. Go ahead, Tamika.
I will mention one more who she is not even in any of the networks. Her name is Jennifer Hollowell. She's a realtor out of Stokesdale, North Carolina. And she started Connect Support Triad because in the beginning of the pandemic, she realized that business owners needed to connect with one another.
Yeah.
And it's blown up. I think we have over 2,000 people in that group. And it's such a warm, friendly environment that people feel comfortable sharing. And you can post your business ads anytime you want to. Whereas, you know, most of the time on Facebook groups, you have Mondays, twice a month, if that. And it's a place to grow and develop your marketing and connect. You know, we've shared, one of the newest members brought gift baskets to me, to her and myself for Valentine's Day, because he and his wife are so grateful for us promoting their roofing business, Frank Dombrowski of Level Up. So it's a place for everyone somewhere in the community. All you've got to do is ask.
That's great. That's great. Go ahead, Jasmine.
I want to invite.
Oh, you want an invitation?
Come on now. We're gonna connect after this because
Yeah.
this is twice now. We can't keep.
So yeah, after we take
Right.
off after we stop streaming, we're gonna have some more conversation, make some more connections.
Yes.
So a lot of what you both have said today speaks to community, speaks to we're not in this by ourselves. We need to surround ourselves with others. And that includes the 3 of us. So feel free to reach out to the 3 of us. We want to not only connect with you, but connect you with others who can help you to be successful. So I'm so glad that you ladies have joined me today. I try to keep the spotlight on small business show to about 30 to 40 minutes or so. So we're right there. So are there any last words, any last challenges that you want to give to the folks who are checking us out? Go right ahead, Jasmine. You're so polite, raising your hand and everything.
But we spoke before we went live, but I do want to tell everybody that you are only as dope as your circle. And if you are not bringing your friends along with you, if you are not calling your friend and saying, yo, it's workshop on this day, can you come with me? You are the problem. Be the change that you want to see.
That's so true.
Be the one that inspires your friend. Be the one that is the leader, not the follower. And while you are leading, make sure you lead people to Blackonomics on April 3rd from 12 until 4, 1415 14th Street, right beside Hooper's Funeral Home. But just remember, please, I really want you to understand that you are only as dope as your circle. Surround yourself with opportunities, surround yourself with resources. Step outside of your comfort zone and get moving. Don't sit there, don't think about it. It will never be the right time. I'm telling you that now. The right time doesn't come. The right time is when you move and you make that decision that you want to strive towards success. And success is not a destination, it's a journey. So never think that you're going to end with success. You're not successful unless you are continuing to better the you that you saw in the mirror yesterday. So yes.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Drop the mic, right? Yeah, appreciate all that you shared. And see, that's why I surround myself with dope people like y'all.
And
What last challenge you want to give Tamika?
I will say that coming up next is a whole lot of for good things. So we have win-win takeout delivery that's coming, and that's going to be a win-win situation between local restaurants, clients, the community, the drivers. We're going to make sure the drivers get a minimum base pay of $10 at least. Because I was a Grubhub driver, I was a DoorDash driver, I did Shipt, Instacart, Amazon Flex. I understand. And we're going to make sure our drivers are safe. And we're going to make sure that our restaurants are supported. They're not just going to have to call some call center somewhere where people don't even know what they serve. We're going to make sure that our restaurants are well taken care of, and they're not just going to survive, but thrive through this pandemic. And then also check out www.tamikawells.com. For Mother's Day, hopefully by the end of April, I have a poetry book coming out called Into a Woman's Soul.
Wow.
Healing for Women. Because all the things that I've been through that people might have read in Buster Brown's article and so much more, everything we go through is for someone else. And as I've experienced healing, as I've experienced growth, and I've seen from 2020, everything that I've been through, all the HE double hockey sticks in the past, were to be able to be like Jasmine, where she flowed around the technical difficulty and made it happen. That's what trials and circumstances have happened to me, and not just for me to flow, but then help other people flow through as well with joy. And so that's something that it's still a part of delivering, not maybe food, but it's delivering encouragement and joy so that we can heal after everything is all over. So that's www.tamikawells.com. Look for the book. It'll be coming out in April. Win-win delivery, takeout delivery should be in the next 30 days or so, Lord willing. And I think that's it.
Awesome. And let me tell you, thank you so much for sharing that. And let me say that article that you referenced that was in the Chronicle is available for people to see right now. It's in this week's Chronicle. So if you're like me, you go online. I also have a paper edition, but that article, as soon as I read it, I sent Tamika a message and I said, "Oh, I really enjoyed that article." So let me just say thank you both for being with me today. Thank everyone for checking us out in the Facebook Live. There's a whole bunch of hand clapping, and there's a lot of what you said that people agree with. So thank you for being awesome. I want to encourage everyone to connect with us. Our role at the Small Business Center is to increase your business success. Make sure to check out Tamika, check out Jasmine. If we can help you to be successful, we're going to do it. We're going to do all that we can. So you all have an outstanding day.
You too.